If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on That's what you hear.
All right, I told you I had to make a video about The View. I have to. They will not stop. Sales of oil have historically been predominantly in U.S. dollars. Recently, oil producers such as Saudi Arabia have been exploring options for sales in other currencies. Oil sales in other currencies would lessen the demand for the U.S. dollar. So I ask you, if there is less demand for the U.S. dollar, what happens to the U.S. dollar? Look, it's reasons like this why I feel Birch Gold is a valuable resource to you. For over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped tens of thousands of Americans diversify their savings by converting an IRA or a 401k into an IRA in physical gold. To learn more, text Brandon to 989898 and claim your free, no obligation info kit on gold. Birch Gold has earned my respect with their education first approach, their thousands of happy customers, and their countless 5-star reviews. Learn how gold can help your savings before the dollar plunges any further. Text Brandon to 989898 today. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, the women on The View, full of dummies. They just deranged. And then Chris Krispy Kremes get on there. I guess they offering donuts for him. He get on there and he say the stupidest thing ever. You know, it's funny because you can see this stuff from a mile away, y'all. You can see it from a mile away. They knew that Donald Trump just dusted off Joe Biden, and they saw the momentum going, and they were waiting for a moment that they could say, oh, thank God he's not perfect. Look, we still have a chance. They're salivating at that moment, and every anti-Trumper tries to live that moment out. They get a whole email script on what to say because all of their arguments are exactly the same, and there's no way that you guys can think exactly the same about this particular incident. And it's funny that all the leftists think this and all the conservatives think the opposite. It's clear to me that it's stupid. Roll the clip.
I do think this should be a unity speech, and I think this should be a unity speech for Democrats who should realize that they have got to unify and they've got to do everything they can, Democrats and sane independents, to beat this man.
This B's supposed to be a Republican. They did it like, okay, let's go.
If you had Trump amnesia, this should have cured you. If Joe Biden had been up there giving that speech, men in white coats would have interrupted him and carted him off and put him in a padded wagon.
Okay, you heard that? I want you to play what Van Jones said, because Van Jones said the same thing. They reading the same piece of paper. Roll what Van Jones said. They said the same thing. All right, back to her speech.
I thought today I would wake up and the TV would be full of like doctors talking about Donald Trump's cognitive decline. I thought it would be full of Republicans hanging their heads in shame like Democrats did. Joe Biden had a bad 90-minute debate. He said it's one episode. That's what we've seen so far. What we saw yesterday was a replay of Trump's 90-minute constant rallies. It's too bad the bandage was just over his ear. It should have been over his mouth. He did.
You know how stupid you got to be to say that a person needs to try to evaluate, or a doctor should evaluate Donald Trump's mental capacity? And then in the same sentence, you say it's the same 90-minute rallies? How is your brain not working if you could do a 90-minute rally 100 places, then come to the RNC and do a 90-minute speech? That seems to me that you good. You just like to talk. A 78-year-old man can stand up there and talk like that? How is that bad for the brain? That mean that dude got it. I don't think I can do that.
Over 20 lies during the 92 minutes. And I go back to where I was 3 weeks ago. This is a binary.
B's. I want to call them a B. I want to bad. F these girls. I can't stand them. I hate it. They sit up here and they go, he just told 20 lies. What lies did Donald Trump tell? They just make up stuff. This woman's supposed to be a Republican. She just made up something. They just make up stuff. They are the reason that America is confused because they can't be honest. They just make up random stuff. All of a sudden, Donald Trump is out and Biden is back in the race. You guys were just saying that Biden should step down. And now you can't say anything about his speech, and then you say he said 20 lies. She will not produce one thing that he said that was a lie. Not one.
Choice, and the choice could not be more simple. It is between a good, frail, old man surrounded by a steady, experienced team, or a crazy, loco old man surrounded by a bunch of criminals and hooligans. You guys choose.
Got that down.
I don't even know what to say because I did believe that, you know, the assassination attempt would change him. He did invoke God a lot, and I didn't understand. You know, I just thought he would be changed, but it felt so performative to me. It really did, and it felt beneath the dignity of a national convention from the nominee of a major party.
But do you think he united people?
No, the poor teleprompter guy, you guys.
I mean, he
had
said
to sit on something for 6 minutes and try to catch on to where he was.
I think
that guy's definitely not coming back
The
to
first 15 minutes
work.
was powerful, reflecting on the assassination.
yes, and people were crying. In
Yeah,
the
but it
audience.
just declined from
You know
there.
what he said? He said he referred to crazy Nancy Pelosi. He falsely accused Democrats of cheating in 2020.
That's not false. It's proven that they did. The claim is that it didn't change the outcome. What are you saying that it's false? I can't stand that people would just lie, man. You ain't got to lie. I don't have to lie about Joe Biden.
He called it the China virus again.
It was the mother freaking China virus. Where else did it come from? Wuhan is in China.
So he
not that old
did that
saw.
again. He talked about an invasion at the southern border. I mean,
It is. I can't do it no more. I want to quit. How can they get on television and be stupid like this? They are bum rushing our border. Joe Biden actually got on TV and said he's going to put an end to it. When he said that, they go, see, the Republicans trying to stop him. Well, if it's not an invasion, then you should be mad at Biden when he said he wanted to stop it. And the Republicans not allowing him to do so, the Republicans were in the right. No, you know it's an invasion.
you talk about it was a xenophobic, ugly vision of America speech. It is beneath the dignity of the office
He
of the
said that the
president.
next
I don't get
Republican.
it.
I want to point out one thing. I'm speaking to fellow Christians. I was raised Catholic. I'm a Christian girl.
No, you're
When
not.
something like this happens to you, like this assassination attempt, and you say something like God was watching me, that is a very unchristian thing to say because it's very narcissistic. What about Corey? What's his name? Corey.
You don't even know his name.
The fireman who also got
I don't
killed.
know. I think some Christian.
What about all those guys who got killed on?
All right, I can't. Pause it. You know, stop talking about you Christian. Stop it. I was raised Catholic. That's not godly of you for you to say God spared my life. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Are they supposed to say God didn't protect them? The people taking them to the fiery furnace was consumed, but they were unscathed. In Noah's days, God spared me in the ark from the flood. Is that braggadocious or arrogant or self-centered? He's just speaking facts. It's not his fault that God chose to save him and nobody else. Look at all the other people in the Bible. King David. Is it King David's fault that God chose him? Many men have lost their lives in battle to Goliath. And he said, God was with me. Is it arrogant to say God was with me when God has been shown through David defeating Goliath and many others perished? Come on, what are you talking about? God being with me ain't got nothing to do with what happened to other people. Sometimes God chose to save you and nobody else. But when you don't know nothing about the Bible, you ain't never read the Bible. What are we even saying?
Andy Hook, all of those people. Yeah. It's, oh, God was watching me and not watching them.
Maybe he was. Who are you to tell God who he watching? Who are you to say it? Listen how stupid these people are. This woman is like in her 70s. A whole bunch of people you grew up with is dead. God is protecting you. Okay.
There's something very disturbing.
God should have pulled the plug on that mic yesterday.
Pull the plug on your show.
Wait, God is the technician now?
Yes.
We'll be right back.
You needed one.
You wrote an op-ed piece for the New York Times this week, which I read, and you were wondering
It's Fatso over here. Here you go.
if President Trump could meet the moment and strike a unifying tone. Did you watch him last night, and do you think he did that?
Yeah, I look tired, don't I? That means I did watch him last night. No, look, when I wrote the column, I didn't think he'd meet the moment. That was part of the point of the column.
Yeah.
Because he is who he is. And look, I heard the conversation you guys were having beforehand about the shooting, and there's no question in my mind that if you get shot at, you're affected by it.
You must.
And I'm guaranteed that he has been affected by it. He just has been changed by it.
Yeah.
It
do you
is
think
the
he's in
essence.
shock?
Of course.
He's in
I mean, I
shock.
think anybody would be in
be.
shock that, all of a sudden, you get shot
Yeah.
and you're not expecting that. But let's not forget that it doesn't change fundamentally who he is.
Yeah.
He's 78 years old. And at that age, it is, at least in my human experience, infrequent to find a 78-year-old who changes the core of who they are. And if you needed any further evidence of that, you saw it last night. Yeah. The people who tried to meet the moment were his staff who wrote that speech. Because when you read just the text of it, it came close to meeting the moment. But more than a third of what he said last night was ad-libbed. And all of the ad-lib was back to what he normally does, which is, this is the grievance against me. This is how horribly I've been treated. Woe is me. But thank God I haven't given up so that I'm still here for all of you. I mean, it's just who he is.
That's inspiring to me.
He's not going to change.
You can tell when he's speking off text. It's very clear.
That's when he's most comfortable. Understand, the first 15 minutes of that, he was as unenthusiastic and as unenergetic as I've ever seen him. Why? Because he hated what he was saying. He hated it. He doesn't believe it. But he knew he had to say it. It was like watching the media coverage the first 3 nights. I wonder if every network correspondent had taken drugs. They're like, look at him in the audience. He looks more solemn. He looks as if he's changed. He's an actor.
Yes.
He's been acting on TV for decades.
Yes.
And he knew the camera was going to be on him.
The man is 78 years old. He just got shot the other day. He's chilling. He's with his grandchildren. He's watching the show. He's not acting. The dude is a genuine guy. He's old. He's chilling. How is that acting and performative? He gets up on the stage. He's probably tired. God, dog, but he just came from a rally where he got shot. He shouldn't even be there. He should have just been like, man, I'm gonna sit this one out. I almost died out there playing with y'all. And he still got to speak. I think that what happens is him reading the teleprompter, but then when he start talking trash and start really thinking through what these people have done to him, he can start getting mad again.
That's the easy part for Donald Trump. It's when he opens his mouth that the acting becomes more difficult. And so
That's exactly right.
I think, quite frankly, the media this week completely failed the American people. They bought hook, line, and sinker all of the garbage that the Trump campaign was leaking out to them.
Not us.
And reported it. Well, but again, present company excluded,
Thank
Joy.
you.
But, the people who were watching the coverage of the convention were horribly ill-served by the media and came into last night expecting something that they didn't get. But for a lot of people, they won't even remember that. They'll just remember what was leading into it and saying, oh, he was unifying. And when he ultimately spoke, he was not. And the only person angrier than him last night was Eric. Man.
That screams.
You want to talk about an angry speech from Eric Trump last night.
I can't do it. Turn this off. Turn these people off. Eric Trump had an angry speech. I tell God all the time, I say, God, I don't want to hate people. I really know that in your word you said we shouldn't hate people. And I tell you what, man, I struggle with it sometimes because these people are just so evil. To look at, this is not an opinion that they have. This is a structured scheme to defame Donald Trump so that he doesn't win in an election. They watched the same speech we've watched. Eric Trump's speech was amazing. Dana White's speech was way more intense than Eric Trump's. I mean, what? Eric Trump's speech was just angry. You know, all these great people that got up, of course they won't mention Amber Rose not one time. They're not going to mention any of these people that kind of, let me tell you this. Donald Trump is the leader, but he's not all of the party. Some people won't listen to Donald Trump, but they'll listen to Amber Rose. Some people won't listen to Amber Rose. They won't listen to Donald Trump, but they'll listen to Tucker Carlson. Or the pastor from Detroit in the hood where Donald Trump went to his church. Or the mother whose son was killed in New York City and they didn't do nothing about it. And or the family members of the fallen gentleman who was killed at his rally. Like, maybe they'll listen to that story and it'll be inspiring to them. Maybe they just want to know that there's a party that actually cares about all people and they care about the economy and they're going to turn this thing around. They don't care what Donald Trump is saying. They're not just voting. You're voting for the policies. You're not necessarily voting for the person. Donald Trump isn't going to somehow get favor with God on the country because he's Donald Trump. It's like, no, man, Donald Trump is going to induce the policies that Democrats just refuse to do. And it's going to get the country back on track 4 more years. And then for everybody else that wants to look for another candidate, you have an opportunity. But it's asinine to me to think that these people will get up here and just say the stuff that they say. And they gaslight us by saying, we're divisive, we're divisive, we're divisive. And then they go and do divisive things. I'm being honest. Like, yeah, Donald Trump went way too long in that speech. Yeah, Donald Trump went off the cuff and it got boring for him. I mean, all of his rallies are boring to me. I watched the first 2 and I'm like, I know exactly what he's going to say. I agree with everything he's going to say. But to watch him say the same thing he always say, the same thing I always read and I hear and I believe for 3 hours every single time he goes, like that's boring. If it's your first time hearing him speak, then it's different. But it's not going to change the policies. It's not going to change the fact that he's a good man. That's flawed like anybody else, but he's a good, genuine person. I've met him before. He's a genuine person. It's actually shocking how nice and kind he is in person. I was shocked. I thought he's going to be a little more stern, a little more like, I don't know, kind of cold. The guy was like grandpa. Like I wanted to give him a hug and be like my grandpa. Like, anyway, I can go on forever. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.